Africa, natural wealth and persistent poverty. Africa is a continent blessed with an abundance of natural resources. However, many of its countries still face high levels of poverty. In this video, we will discuss some of the reasons behind this apparent contradiction. European colonization had a profound and lasting impact on Africa. For centuries, colonial powers exploited the continent's natural resources without considering the well-being of local populations. Endemic corruption and poor governance are significant factors that hinder Africa's economic development. Armed conflicts and political instability are also major obstacles to progress. Since independence, many African countries have been plagued by civil wars and coups. An example of Burkina Faso, characterized by coup, influences its poverty. Burkina Faso, known as Upper Volta, gained its independence from France on August 5, 1960. Maurice Yameogo was the country's first president, leading an authoritarian government until he was deposed in a military coup in 1966. Lieutenant Colonel Sangoulé Lamizana took power, ruling under both military and civilian regimes until he was overthrown in a new coup in 1980, led by Colonel Saye Zerbo. The political history of Burkina Faso is marked by a series of coups, instability, and ongoing challenges. However, the country also demonstrates resilience and a willingness to move forward amidst adversities. The future of Burkina Faso will depend on its leaders' ability to promote peace, security, and sustainable development for all its citizens. Since Burkina Faso's independence in 1960, there have been 9 successful coups. Here is a list of the coups and their leaders. 1. 1966. The first coup occurred on January 3rd, when President Maurice Yameogo was deposed by Chief of Staff Aboubacar Sangoulé Lamizana due to protests against austerity. 2. 1980. On November 25th, President Lamizana was deposed by Colonel Saye Zerbo. 3. 1982. On November 7th, Major Jean-Baptiste Ouedraogo led a coup against Saye Zerbo, forming the People's Salvation Council, CSP. 4. 1983. On August 4th, Thomas Sankara took power after a coup led by Blaise Compaoré and other officers, establishing the National Revolutionary Council, CNR. 5. 1987. On October 15th, Blaise Compaoré led a coup against Thomas Sankara, resulting in Sankara's death. 6. 2014. On October 31st, Blaise Compaoré was deposed after massive protests against his attempt to alter the constitution to stay in power. 7. 2015. There was a coup attempt in September 2015, led by members of the Presidential Guard, but it was quickly suppressed. January 2022. On January 24th, soldiers led by Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba deposed President Roch-Marc Christian Kaboré due to dissatisfaction with the management of the jihadist insurgency. September 2022. On September 30th, Captain Ibrahim Traoré led a coup against Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. These coups reflect the chronic political instability in the country, often driven by economic dissatisfaction, security, and governance issues. From 1980, Burkina Faso experienced a series of coups that contributed to economic instability. Colonel Saye Zerbo took power in 1980, followed by Jean-Baptiste Ouedraogo in 1982. Both faced difficulties in implementing effective economic policies due to ongoing political instability. In 1983, Thomas Sankara took power and implemented a radical reform program. Sankara focused on self-sufficiency, sustainable agriculture, and reducing dependence on foreign aid. He promoted the restructuring of the rural economy, encouraging local food production and education. However, despite some improvements, Burkina Faso's economy remained vulnerable due to a lack of investment and infrastructure. After Sankara's death in 1987, Blaise Compaoré took power and reversed many of Sankara's policies. He sought to stabilize the economy through liberalization and attracting foreign investment. The mining sector, especially gold, began to gain importance during this period, becoming a crucial source of revenue. Despite growth in some sectors, the economy still faced significant challenges, including corruption, poor governance, and social inequality. Dependence on agriculture and a lack of economic diversification continued to be persistent problems. In 2014, Blaise Compaoré was deposed after massive protests against his attempt to alter the constitution to extend his term. A a transitional government was established, promising reforms and democratic elections. This period was marked by efforts to stabilize the economy and improve governance. Rochmark Christian Kabore was elected president in 2015. His government faced significant challenges, including the jihadist insurgency, which negatively affected the economy, especially in the agricultural and mining sectors. Kabore attempted to implement reforms to improve infrastructure and attract investment, but ongoing insecurity and corruption hindered these efforts. In 2022, Burkina Faso experienced 2 coups, reflecting the ongoing political instability. These events further impacted the economy, with insecurity leading to mine closures and disruptions in agricultural production. Inflation surged due to rising food and oil prices. Currently, Burkina Faso's economy continues to face significant challenges. Security is a major concern, with direct impacts on agricultural production and mineral resource exploitation. The services sector is the main driver of economic growth, but the need for diversification and infrastructure investment is crucial for long-term stability. The economic future of Burkina Faso heavily depends on improving the security situation and implementing structural reforms that can promote economic diversification and sustainable development. If you like this video, leave your like and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Don't forget to leave your comment.